Well, hello everybody. School's out for the day. Getting through that. I want to do this live. It's important because I was watching CBC Power and Politics, and all Atlantic premiers have written today and made a live address. At least three of them have given a live address to Justin Trudeau. They haven't quite joined Saskatchewan, but they're right there. Now, only Quebec in Canada is with Trudeau on this, and for obvious reasons, Hydro-Quebec. But everyone's protesting in the name of Pierre. April 1st, folks are going to go out. They want to shut down the Trans-Canada Highway in protest of carbon tax and Justin Trudeau's April 1st increases. They also want to do the Trans-Canada Rail. And I lived it, seen it in 2020, as a lot of Albertans, a lot of followers of mine saw it. It was done by the left at that time. And I just want to do this for advice for all Canadians after everything. Those that are pigeonholed into the right, even though it's not an alt-right initiative, it's actually against tyranny. And the fact of the matter is, Justin Trudeau has no business remaining in power today. He hasn't since March 1st. When you look at polling, you can see the strong sway of the electorate that has abandoned him completely. Now, everybody wants carbon tax gone. There's a lot of people who want that. I don't believe in everything I've read and I've learned that Pierre Poilievre's going to do that. I think home heating, that's about as good as Canadians are going to see of that. Governments never, ever reduce taxation. They can change names, lower one aspect, raise another, but they never, ever in Canadian history, ever remove taxes or lower taxes. It only gets worse in Canada. That's for other reasons, but that's not going to be my post today. My post is to help people along, take advice and learning lessons from protests of the past. One, wear a mask. Cover your face. Whether it's the cloth, just like the left does, honestly, do that. Do not give your identity willingly, which means don't bring your vehicles to block the highway or the railways. Use what the left has done. Bring pallets, bring big objects. Two of you carry them, wear the masks, use your bodies like they've done. Take a page out of the Mohawks and the extreme left. Go back 2020 and earlier. That's how you do this. If you're going to do it, go there wearing a mask. Drop your vehicle somewhere else. Walk yourself to the locations that you're going to block highways and block railways. Do that. That's what I understand. Every border, every province, that's what I'm under the standing of what people are going to do. But make sure you cover your face. You don't use your vehicle or any way to identify you. Take a page out of the left's handbook on this. Do that. Don't get upset if you see Palestinians and Palestinian flags, people wearing masks, or other people from the left. In this situation, more the merrier. I understand the action. I get why people are doing it. Am I going to participate? Oh no, I'm not participating. Might go check it out in my local area, but I won't be participating. But I understand why people are. And yes, this action that people are across Canada getting involved with will likely lead to the resignation of Justin Trudeau if carried out and exacted for many, many days. Because when you shut down that particular highway and you shut down that particular railway, it's major disaster for Canada coast to coast and all transportation east to west, as that is the major corridor. That is the major action. Trudeau doesn't have the electorate, even with his mighty NDP Jagmeet Singh. They don't have it. I just looked at last week's polls, and while one Pierre Poilievre hasn't increased his seat count, the actual electorate that's flooded to CPC is higher now than it ever was. And the reality is even Liberal NDP combined can't get that electorate. In fact, the only party that's increased seats now since the Liberal NDP coalition 2 weeks ago where they announced pharmacare, as I predicted, they both went down, and guess who went up? Bloc did. And that was the exchange. You had to choose. Jagmeet Singh had to choose. He chose Liberal, and we're seeing it all across Canada. We're seeing new Alberta NDP leaders, complete, absolute 100% Liberal diehards are now going to be taking the leadership. Folks, if you want Trudeau out, this is the protest. Those who want to get involved, it is. But again, cover your face. Take a page out of the left handbook. Do not identify yourself to CN Rail or police. Don't identify yourself to the RCMP or any city, if you're in city or wherever you choose to go. I understand it to be absolute borders of every province right across Canada. So do that, or do it just outside of that in your region. Don't identify your face. Park your vehicles away. It doesn't have to be super far away, but keep your vehicles absolutely 100% away from the protest so that you can walk away and go back. Use objects, material. Don't use your vehicles, anything that will identify you. Don't bring any weapons at all. No firearms. None of that. Just garbage junk to block. That's what Canadians have always done. The left got away with it for many, many weeks. They even pretended to be First Nations, which is wrong. Don't go to reserves. Stay off reserves. If First Nations want to participate, let them choose that. Don't do that. Don't pretend to be First Nations and implicate people, because I know in 2020 they did that to one Enoch. They weren't involved. Paul Ban Reserve, they absolutely were not involved. And those reserve communities, especially the numbered treaties, they don't have the resources to effectively defend themselves really on many actions. So don't follow the left in that narrative. Do your own narrative. I know people are going to do it. I know Pierre is campaigning that across Canada, really firing people up. I know that's what people are planning to do. So if you go out, wear a mask, don't use your vehicle, set it somewhere, use objects, junk. There were a pile of us in 2020 that actually went out there to remove people, remove the junk. People got involved. That was done all over the place. But if you're really for this and you're going to do that in the name of getting rid of carbon tax, which it looks like what was Liberal and is Conservative, they're all coming together for this. I think all Canadians in a mass majority are rallying for it. So that's my advice to you. Don't get into fights with the left-right narratives, Palestine, the rest of it. The more the merrier, because you're going to be dealing with the authorities on this. And you don't want to get ID'd. You don't want to get grabbed. I don't know why they would arrest you. It takes a number of days to do that. Just like last time with the left, it took a mass amount of days to get rid of those folks. And actually, it was us, the little people, who got rid of them. And, we can look at my timeline and see how that played out just in Alberta. But that's my advice. It's going to happen. I know that. Trudeau should have resigned here in March. Reality is he doesn't have any support. His seat count, which was already awful, according to the electorate at 75, is now down to 67. If there was an election tomorrow, at best, and that's at best, 67 seats. Pretty pathetic, pretty lame that anyone would try to cling to power Only pure tyrant autocrats would do that. And this is what happens in Canada. It's our only effectual way to deal with such tyranny. Like I said, for me, I know Pierre Poilievre is no solution. People are looking at it that all these promises he's made are going to deliver. They didn't deliver in Stephen Harper. They're not going to deliver with Pierre Poilievre. He was Privy Council. But I get it. The majority wants to do it. They're going to do it. These are my advice, expertise in former protests in and around Alberta, at least on the national and regional level over 20 years. And if I've learned anything, hide your identity, don't go armed, don't get into conflicts, stick to junk, don't identify yourself with your vehicles, don't use your vehicles, or you will get implicated in crimes. Police, they just grab their little book and they go, oh, that's a crime, that's a crime. They don't care. Limit the amount of crimes they can nail you for. Don't bring your vehicles. Don't allow them to upscale charges they can put against you in such actions. Don't use your vehicles. Don't have them anywhere near. Use your vehicles to transport junk, garbage, pallets, wood, whatever. Things you're going to use to block. Do that, just like the left did in 2020. And if you're ever interested in that, go on my timeline. You'll find all those videos. There's even more than that, going years prior to that. But that's how you do it. And again, those weren't my protests. I didn't organize anything. I was actually on the other side of it. But I understand what's going on, and I know what Canadians want to do. First Peoples want to get involved. Other groups want to get involved for their own reasons. Don't fight them. Let them help protest. The more the merrier, the more numbers you have, the higher your success rate. And if people want Trudeau gone, this really is your only way, or you're going to wait it all the way out to 2025. That's the truth. That's the reality. This is my video. Like it or not, share it out. It's true, credible, real, and verifiable. And I know this is happening coast to coast, border to border. That's what a lot of Canadians, thousands, are planning to do. Pierre's been going across the country, pounding on it. That's where Canadians are, and you're in a majority. And the only way to end that minority tyranny is to effectually show the majority and do the protest. I truly believe, if successful, if those borders are held and locked out like that, it would only take a week, maybe less, and Trudeau will be resigning. He would effectually prorogue Parliament. And if you don't believe it, just go look at Haiti today. You know, they're saying, oh, the crimes, the gangs, the blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? As soon as the leadership announced resignation, it's all scaling back now. Wow. Surprised how that works. Now, I'm not saying violence. I don't say any of that, or destruction or whatever. I'm just saying, for Canadians, if you're going to do this kind of protest, which is happening, whether I talk about it or not, follow that lead without the violence, without the guns, without the vehicles. Don't give RCMP any reason. Remember that CN has a police too, and they're empowered, no different than the RCMP, but it does take court orders and court action. It takes a number of days for them to legally remove Canadians, First Peoples, or whomever, right? And don't be upset with all the other protesters. Again, strength in numbers, whether you believe in their cause or not. Know your cause and know what you're doing it for, and leave it at that. Don't identify yourself. Don't pick leaders. Don't do any of that. Just get together, do that, and get it done. And I promise you, if you hold the line long enough, Trudeau will resign. That's my video. Share, share, share. Advice for everybody. Get it out there. Bye now.